Hi everyone, welcome to Lisa's Stamp Studio, and I'm Lisa. I have a cute baby card for you today with a bunting. Yes, a baby and a bunting. Isn't this adorable? I'm using the tea lace paper doilies along with some designer series paper. The great thing about this card is you can add a gift card to it and you'd be all set for a shower or welcoming in a new baby. Remember, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and to my blog so that you don't miss anything that's coming up. So make sure you head over to the address above and take care of that, because I'd hate to have you miss out on anything. Come on over to the stamp table and let's get stamping. We're beginning with a half a sheet of Whisper White cardstock, and this is cut 8.5 by 5.5. And as always, you know I love my bone folder, so I'm going to give it a nice crisp crease here on the fold. I'm using designer series paper from the Lullaby designer series paper stack, of course double-sided, so you can take your pick. This measures 3.5 by 4 3/4, and that's going to go here on our card. So I'm going to use a little bit of snail adhesive, and I'm going to mount that here on my card, leaving a border around it. This is one of the tea lace paper doilies, just beautiful, and all I've done was cut it in half to use for the card here, and again a little bit of snail in the back. And I'm concentrating my snail on the solid area so that it won't come through the holes. And that'll go here, right along the edge. Now to do our baby. I'm going to use Stays On ink and a piece of scrap white cardstock. And I'm going to ink up my baby Bumblebee. Before I go too far, I got to show you what I did here. Do you see this on the side? I've actually cut the words off, which were part of the greeting here, and mounted them on the side, and then put the sticker on the other side that says Little Baby Bumblebee. The reason is that I didn't necessarily always want to use this for a baby card. I know you're thinking, well, what else could you use it for? Wouldn't this cute little face be beautiful and adorable inside the center of a flower? Maybe for a get well card or a miss you card. So I wanted to leave my options open, so I took the words and mounted them on the side. If you're wondering how I did that, I just used my scissors and I cut it off carefully before I mounted it. Now that foam is really sticky, so it's stuck on there really good, and I've had great fun using it independently. So that's going to go here on my scrap piece of cardstock. I wanted to make sure I left my card neutral so that I could give it to a boy or a girl. So I'm going to start with the pink pirouette marker and color in the baby's face. Now I'm going to go over the areas right here by his mouth, again, just to give her little cheeks. And then here comes my pistachio pudding marker, which coordinates with the designer series paper. This is one of the retiring in colors, and I'm hoping by the time I'm filming this that they're not already sold out, but if they are, you'll forgive me, and you know that you can change the colors on this. Now you don't have to be very specific at the bottom because the baby's going to be hidden. So then with your paper snips, we are going to begin to cut. Now you're going to cut those wings off. We don't need the wings for this, nor are we going to need the antennas. So we're going to cut those off as well. So when you get here around the head, just cut closely. So here's my baby all cut out. Now let's make the bunting for the baby. This is designer series paper from the same package, and this is cut 2 by 2. So naturally, you can't really make a bunting without a baby in it, right? I'm going to use small pieces of dimensionals. You know, I always keep these in my stamp studio for these little projects. They fit really well. And I'm going to put my baby in the bunting on the diagonal. Now I want his little head to be near the top, so I'm going to move him up here. And so just like we were going to wrap a real baby, we're going to come in like this on the right, kind of a little triangle, in like this on the left, so you can see I've got it kind of snug around him, and fold. And then of course the bottom is going to come up. Now if you happen to have a little area that overlaps like mine, just go back with your paper snips and just give this a little angled cut. And then to seal this, I found glue dots were the easiest. So I'm going to go ahead and put a glue dot on the tip, which is the bottom portion, and I'm going to seal up my baby. So my baby's in his bunting now. I took the metallic silver baker's twine and made a little bow and another glue dot. And I like to scrunch my glue dot around my knot so that it's not exposed, and that's going to go right here at the top of the bunting. Now that baby is going to go here, but let's get our banner fixed up before we go too far. On my original card, you're going to see that it says for baby. Now, Baby Bumblebee is a single stamp, doesn't come with anything else. So let me show you where I got these from. And they come from the stamp set called BYOP, which is the acronym for Buy Your Own Present. Love this stamp set. As a matter of fact, I did a whole class around it because there are greetings for just about every occasion you could get a gift card for, and I'm finding it really versatile. So I took the For Baby out. I've got a small piece of Whisper White cardstock here. This measures 1 inch by 3 inch. I'm using basic gray, and I found that this looked a little bit better than the black, which was so harsh. And I'm stamping For Baby over here, probably about 1/4 from the left side. We're going to make a banner tip, easy way, straight up the center with a slit. And then you're going to come from the outside corner to the top, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side. This next step is actually optional, but you're going to see on my first one that I've got some pistachio pudding color, which coordinates around the tag. I liked it because it blended a little bit better, and you don't have to do it if you don't like it. So I've got a clean wedge of sponge. Now I know it looks pink, it's not. I've washed it with soap and water. They do stain with the pigmentation, but I guarantee you it's clean. Just let it air dry and you can use it in another color. So now I'm going to position my tag where I'm going to want it, and I'm going to put it on an angle. I'm actually going to put snail adhesive on the back, and I'm going to want my tag to go a little bit like this. As long as it doesn't hang outside the card, I'm in good shape. Now you can use snail adhesive here, glue dots, dimensionals, whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and use dimensionals on mine, and I'm going to put my little baby right there. Isn't that sweet? And I also hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss anything that's coming up. I send out weekly newsletters, and if you're interested in being part of that mailing list, head over to my blog, which is above the address, and subscribe there. I look forward to seeing you next Monday for another video. Have a great week, everyone.